Hey there fellow Factorians, Onerous here with another episode of There Is No Spoon Preparation. Yes, I know we said last episode that we would be starting the run this time, our first run, but the oil processing changes have come through, which is great, because we can sort it out now and for our run it will all be fine. So if you haven't watched my previous video, the big changes are our basic oil processing now only produces petroleum, so that actually makes life quite a bit easier. The other two big changes are, of course, in science. So blue science now needs sulfur instead of light fuel, and rocket fuel, which we need to build a lot of, now also needs light oil. Alright, so that means we've got a few blueprints that we need to change. Let's just start with our science blueprints. Here we go, blue science. Alright, okay, let's just start with blue science. Alright. So, first thing to note is petroleum. Alright. So we can get rid of all of this, and as you can see, here we are, we're only producing petroleum. We are producing 9 petroleum a second here, and what do we need? We need 1 sulfur a second. Okay, so red circuits we'll deal with later. We need 1 sulfur a second, and sulfur requires 15 petroleum a second. There we go. And we are producing 9, so we are going to need another one of these. Simple as that. Alright, let's do that, and oops, like that. Alright, so now we are producing 18 petroleum a second, and sulfur produces 2 petroleum a second with 30. Yep, that's good. Alright, we are going to need a chemical plant for that one, I believe. Chemical plants, there we are over here. Alright, so you are now producing sulfur. We do need water now though. That is a small change. Alright. There we go, and something like that will do it. And of course we need to pipe in our petroleum, and that is now producing what we need for blue science. So what we can do here, let me just do something like that. We can flip this. That actually might be better. Alright. Let's actually all deplete. That's where the water goes. Yep, that's cool. That's where that goes. We don't need that. Alright. There and there. Don't need that one. Okay, and then we need an output here. Yes. Can we jump across there? We can. Wonderful. Alright, that is going on the outside, and that will be on the inside. Yes, great. Alright. And we need a fast inserter there, and that means we need power up there. Okay. So that now is producing what we need for blue science. 2 of these a second, and we need half one a second. Okay, that's actually, well, hang on. Probably only need the 1 petroleum. Let me just think about this. with the 12 of these, they are producing 2 science packs in 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds we need 1 sulfur. Every 2 seconds we need 1 sulfur. This is doing 2 sulfur every second. So we actually need a quarter of that, which is 7.5 petroleum a second. So technically one of these is enough, but do we want to min-max that much? Probably not. Materials aren't going to be a big problem. I think it's actually going to be just building this. So yeah, that is now our new blue science. All right. It also means if you have copied the blueprint books previously, we are going to have to change that, aren't we? All right. This is our new blue science. Yes, it is. In you go. Alright, bring up the blueprint book. You're now getting deleted, and you're going in here. Alright. There we go. 3.0 blue science. Thank you. Wonderful. Alright, purple science, no change. Yellow science, I don't think there's a change for yellow science. Let's just plop that down and have a quick check. Because we do need the lubricant. The ratios have changed. Okay. We're now producing 5 heavy oil a second, whereas before I think we were only producing 2. 5 heavy oil a second, and this is using 10 heavy oil a second. Okay, that's alright. That's fine. Oh no, we're producing 15. We're actually going to build up on heavy oil. Interesting. Okay, let's plop a tank in there, which we can empty out if we needs it. That's our lubricant. Could do a second maker of lubricant, but this is producing, what was it, 10 a second, and these 4 are using 6 a second. So we're still, that's producing enough lubricant. We're always going to back up. Alright, that's fine. So we did change that. We added in that tank, which I think is important. We still the same amount of heavy. Yes, it was 45 and 55. So that's the other arrangement is still the same, and none of these recipes got changed as far as I'm aware. All right. So that is yellow science. We need to ditch that. Let's just get all these out of our inventory for now. All right. Yellow science, blueprint away. This is 5. Alright. And into the library and into science. There we go, okay. Our starter should not have any impact at all. Definitely not. Alright, materials. The big one, of course, is plastic, which actually affects a couple of things. So our blue circuits need sulfuric acid, and we're actually not making any sulfuric acid, so we need to sort that out. Let's do that straight away. All right. If we have a refinery here doing basic, that is pumping out, what do we say, 9 a second. And okay, so let's just see how much sulfuric acid we need first. All right. We need 5 a second, which is like a 1/10 of one of these, which means we could just do one. It's a 1/10 of that, so it's half a sulfur a second is what we actually need here. half a sulfur a second, which is 1 every 4 seconds. This is making 2 a second, so we could have a quarter of that. So we only need the 7.5 petroleum a second. All right, let's do it. Let's put that there. We no longer need that, but we will need some other things instead. All right, let's move that down to there. For reasons, let's put that up here. That is making sulfur. That is making sulfuric acid. We need water for that. We need water for that. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's go that and that. That's going to be water. And that is going to be crude oil. Great, alright. Water goes into there. That's all it does. Yep. Crude oil goes into there. Great. Alright, there's some pipes for that, some pipes for that, and some pipes for that, and bam. Alright, and that is sulfuric acid. How do we get it in there? That looks pretty good. Let's just do that. And that. Alright. That is the sulfuric acid in our... No, hang on. Because this needs iron plate as well. Alright. And we need to power this up as well. Yes, that is correct. Alright. We need very little iron plate. Probably half will be ample, I would suggest. We're needing 1/10 of that, yeah, so it's 0.1 a second. Yeah, I think we'll meet that stringent requirement. Alright, let's actually, can we get that? We can in there. Alright, coolio. That will do. Alright. So that is our new blue circuits. And I am trying to fly through this so that we can get it all sorted this episode. The old one can go, the new one can go. Alright, green circuits are fine. Low density structures are fine. Plastic is definitely not fine. We have plastics over here, and the reason why plastics is not fine because it's actually a hell of a lot easier now. Hell of a lot easier. Alright. Let's just ditch this whole shebang here. How many did we do here? We did 8 of these. They are producing 16 a second. Alright. 8 of these need 160 petroleum a second. That's a lot, isn't it? Alright. This might be not quite as good as I was hoping. There we go. Basic produces 9 petroleum a second. Each one of these is using 20 petroleum a second. Yeah, that is going to be a problem for our hopes and dreams of plastic production, isn't it? Maybe I was a little bit hasty in removing our this arrangement. Maybe we should actually keep this and just do a quick review on how much heavy oil. Move too fast in creative mode. There we go. All right. So now that we're using 5 a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we are creating 40 a second, and this uses 20 a second. So we actually need a second one of these. All right. Let's cut that down to there. Doesn't actually work out too badly for some of those things. Yeah, that's actually not going to work. All right. Yep. All right. Let's just figure some of this stuff out. There we go. Nope. That's why I didn't put it there in the first place. There we go. All right. And that links up to there. All right. We need that into there as well. What happened here? All right. Need that in there. We need that goes to there. Bugger. All right. Okay, new plan. That like that. That goes to there. Feeds back to there. That goes there, and voila. Alright, like so, okay. Now we have our 2 guys, each producing so we're producing an additional 15 light oil a second, which means we need 1 more of these guys. Alright. 1 more of these guys, like that. Brilliant. All right. That is our ideal plastic. I am going to say we are going to upgrade. Nope. We are going to upgrade the belt, I think, on that one. Yellow to red. I don't think I've got any undergrounds or splitters in there, but just in case. Alright. Yep. There we go. Alright. Because red is what we will actually have, I guess, at this point. If we're doing advanced, we're only making this plastic at advanced stage. Yeah. Yep. So this means that we don't have plastic early on. Alright, we don't have plastic early on, so let's blueprint this. Call that the bus plastic, and we're going to put plastic and do I get a symbol for advanced oil processing? I don't know. No, not really. Just plastic, sure. Okay. Let's pop it in here. Let's pop that here. Materials. That's it. We have already ditched it from there. Okay. Yes, so this guy now changes, doesn't it? Alright. Red circuits. What are we doing with red circuits? We are not using any of this, I don't believe. Alright, red circuits need 2 plastic a second. One of these produces 2 plastic a second, yep. So we only need one of these, and to supply one of these we need 20 petroleum a second, so we need 3 of these. Because as we have ascertained, these produce 9 a second, so 2 is just not enough. There we go. Those and those. Basic oil processing, producing 9 a second. That's 27 a second, and this uses 20 a second. Okay, perfect. That let's do away with this craziness now. That actually is much nicer, isn't it? Let's even move that a wee bit closer. And you know what that is now, just painfully unnecessary. Alright. That is our new arrangement. You know what I'm going to do now? To make things even a little bit more compact. Let's do something like this. And we just need to bring that in there. Ah! I am a fan. Big fan. Alright. There we go. Let's grab a bit of wire and disconnect that one and connect up that one. Okay, there we go. Ha! Delightful. I think so. Happy with that. Plastic comes in, plastic comes in. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. Oh dear. We've set this up. That's why I put the second one in. Because this is actually producing 2 red circuits a second. Which means we need 4. Oh gosh. This is actually using a fair bit of crude now, isn't it? Well, the question is, do we mirror this? I think we do. To supply 40 petroleum a second, divided by 9, we would need... we only need 5, so if I mirror it, we actually use too many of these. Alright. So it's that. It's that. Okay, this whole thing has to move down a little bit, unfortunately. So pop it there for now. Let's do that. That. Alright, that seems to be fine. That's the inputs, that's the outputs. And that's our refining. Alright, it's a bit longer than before, but that's fine. Happy with that. Alright. Let's not get too caught up. I was going to say science, but circuits. Red circuits done. In red circuits. You go, and you are now part of the materials. Alright. So red circuits with basic oil processing. Yep, happy with that. Alright. Now, what else do we need? Green circuits is fine, low density structures is fine, plastics is fixed, yes. RCUs, they don't need it, red is fixed, no, okay. Is that everything? Well, the one thing we don't have is an array making rocket fuel, so... what are we going to do with all the petroleum we make out of the rocket fuel? Oh man, this... If we need light oil for rocket fuel, we're gonna have a whole lot of petroleum going to waste, unless we were to. What do we got? What is using petroleum here? That. Red circuits, blue circuits. We could swap around. Just trying to figure out what we can use our. That one's okay. That one's not okay, isn't it? Yep. And same with that one. Get rid of that as well. All right. At what point? This is not. There's some light oil we could use here. Might be a problem for the actual game. We'll see how the area is set out and what we are going to do with it. Rocket fuel, hey? Heavy oil, light oil, solid fuel. We really should do something with this. Alright. We need 1,000, because we need 1,000 rocket fuel. That is no joke. So we definitely need advanced. The heavy oil will crack to light oil at a ratio of 3/4. Never perfect, is it? 3/4. If we have 4 of these, that would be 100, which would be 75. Okay, let's do that. Like it, like that. Yes. Alright, that is all our oils. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. We're producing 20 heavy oil a second. This uses 20 heavy oil a second. Alright, that works out quite nicely, doesn't it? Chemical plants, chemical plants, chemical plants. Alright, so we just need 1 of these cracking. Light oil, so it's producing 15 a second. Each of these is still producing 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 36 plus 15 is 41. 41 light oil a second. We want to use light oil, yes, of course. Let's put that there, just so that we can do that. We'll want that there. So we'll need water there. Need water there. Why is that? Alright, let's mark these off before we forget about them. Okay, that is petroleum, and that is water. And we're not going to have another water over here, that's crazy talk. There we go, alright. There we go. So that is cracking everything into light oil. Now, light oil. So we need, okay, yeah, this is where it gets a bit tricky, isn't it? Okay, we need solid fuel. So let's see, these are producing 11 times 4, that's 44 petroleum a second, which could support, each of these use 10, so we can support 1, 2, 3, 4 and a smidge of these doing that. And they produce 1, 2.5 a second. 2.5 solid fuel a second. 2.5 solid fuel a second. We need 10 solid fuel and 10 light oil. Alright, well at least we know where our petroleum's going. And we can actually put these ones closer together. So that does get rid of all our petroleum, which is fantastic. But our light oil, we are, what do we say? We are producing 36, we're producing 51 light oil a second. We need 10 light oil to make 1 rocket fuel and 10 solid fuel in 30 seconds. Okay, I need to get back to the math. Rocket fuel uses 1/3 a light oil per second, and the same 1/3 of a solid fuel. Okay, so we need the same amount of... Oh, I'm so confused. Alright. So what do we say? This is producing 1, 2 a second, which is enough to support 6 rocket fuelers, which would need 2 light oil a second. And we are producing 51, so we've got a lot of light oil a second to play with. Oh man, how do I balance this out? This is I guess is my concern. This is really changing the game a little bit. I probably should have done this before, but that's okay. All right. There we go. One of these. Do that. Yep. All right. That is our light oil. That stuff. Now, if we're doing 50 light oil a second, we could support 10 of these doing that. But we do need, if there was 10 of these, that would be another 5. 10 of these produce 5 solid fuel a second, so we'd be producing 10 a second, which would be enough for 1 rocket fuel, which would mean there'd be no light oil left over. Each one of these consumes 5 a second, so if we did 8 of these, I am so not sure about this, but let's just see what happens. Alright. Obviously we need to actually get the light fuel in here like that. And we actually need to get it in here somehow. Let's put that somewhere in the middle. Alright, we've got the petroleum in there. Oh, bugger. Didn't quite line that up right. Okay, move you guys over one more. Do I hate it that these are offset a little bit? A little bit. Not gonna lie. Alright. So what I could do is actually build a pump in here. Put a pump. One of these. There we go. Alright. And we can do a little bit of circuitry magic out of this pump. We'll get a tank there, and we will connect them up like so, and say if light oil is greater than let's say 100. So I'm going to keep a little bit of light oil in here, and then this is going to go over to our production. Alright, so we say we're producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basically 6, alright. We got a little bit of space here. Let's put that back in. We need to get some power over here too. We actually have no power anywhere. There. And something like that. Alright, should power that as well. Cool. Something to connect them up. Wonderful. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a second is enough to support. I say it's 1/3 a second. So 18 rocket fuel producers. That is a lot. We don't need that much rocket fuel. What if I halve this? That is pretty crazy. If I halved this, we would be getting 22 petroleum a second. Should be enough for, yes, 2 and a tiny fraction of these. I'm going to do this, alright. We're not, we'll be building rocket fuel early. Early enough that we don't need to be doing all this crazy shenanigans. And I'm just going to do that. Of course, nowhere lines up perfectly, but it's fine. There to, you know what? We're just going to do that. Alright. Now over here, 2 of these is now producing 10 heavy oil, which is getting converted into 7.5 light oil, and 2 of these are producing 18, so 25.5 light oil is being produced a second. 25.5, these are producing using 5. We'll need 6. 2, 4, 6. Alright, so you are still required. You actually are going to there. That is not required. Alright. So now we're using 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. We are. No, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we'll call it 4. If we're producing 4 solid fuel a second, that is enough for 12. That sounds more reasonable. 12 rocket fuels. 1, 2. Alright, so you are producing rocket fuel, and I realize, yes, I'm running a little bit over time, but I definitely want to get everything finished in this episode. Rocket fuel now is a different thing. A different thing. Alright. Rocket fuel, rocket fuel, rocket fuel. Yes, we'll do this arrangement, which is my favorite. Alright. And feeding in, powering it up is that guy, and feeding it out like that. We are actually going to, well, I'll figure that, I'll do that at the end. So I said 12 of these, didn't I? That is 6. Okay, what I should do is... Nope, copy that. Let's do that. Let's bring this down. And across here. That tank is in a terrible place, isn't it? Oh, all right. Let's rethink. Maybe I do want to bring it in from the top. Yep. All right. Oh, actually, yeah. This is good. This is good. Jumping over there, like that. All right. So that should be producing rocket fuel. That's got its link. That's still set up. It's got to have enough in there to actually work. There you go. There needs to be a little bit of a surplus that can feed in there before it'll pump into there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's it. Rocket fuel done. And all it needs is petroleum and water. Yeah. Alright. I do want to make sure that we are putting that into a box though, because we need 1,000 of these and they stack to 10, so that is 480. Again, we need to do something weird. 960, no, hang on. We need to do that to be able to get 1,000 of these stored up. Alright. That's it. Oops. Alt B. There we go. This is rocket fuel. Whew. That was a arduous journey. And it goes into our materials. We missed the name. Rocket fuel. Where are we? Rocket fuel into materials. There we go. Okay, now we're done. I will update the paste bin links to those blueprint books, and next episode, no joke, we will definitely be starting the run. Alright, thanks for watching. I know we're in a little bit over time, but we are ready to go now, as I said last time, but no upcoming changes that I'm aware of will affect us, so get ready next episode tomorrow for the start of our first run, and yeah, fingers crossed it'll work. If not, we'll try again until we get it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.